Hello guys, welcome to my final review of The Penguin. Such an awesome show that's just been so good. Yeah, looks it's coming to an end now, so I've got no Sopranos and no Penguin. Whip. I tried to get into Peaky Blinders, but it's just not hitting for me yet. I'm still gonna give it a chance though, but yeah, I'm just not really into that show right now. But yeah, let's just get into this episode. So basically, Sophia still has the mum, basically trying to make her turn against Oswald, which I guess is her plan. I just feel like a lot of the characters in this episode just make some dumb choices, in my opinion. I mean, you could say it's choices that actually do benefit them, but I feel like in the long run it's going to backfire, and which you get to see one of them actually backfire in this episode, so yeah. Because basically Sophia in this episode had all the power. I guess she wanted to break Oswald by making, the mum turn against him and possibly just kill him for her. Yeah, which she ends up actually trying to do, but something ends up happening with that anyway, which we'll get to. But we're kind of seeing a flashback in a way, even though you're kind of still seeing her older self. But you're just basically seeing like all the things that was happening. Like it was basically his idea, you know, to still do things with Oswald, make him, get all the power that he gets. Basically, all the idea came from, well, to definitely do it from the dad. The mom, she didn't know what to do after finding out that, Oswald killed her brothers, which I guess he's the one who basically told her, yeah. And she just didn't really know what to do, where he basically says to, like, actually go with it, just pretend you don't know, and you could use him to help you, get everything you want. Yeah, possibly help him in the long run. But yeah, I guess she decides to live with what, her son is, which is a monster from a kid, because when you compare him to, like, Tony Soprano from Sopranos, he seemed like he wasn't a bad kid. It's just the people around him is what kind of made him what he was. Didn't really get a chance to become good. Where flipping Penguin, he was a villain from the very beginning. Yeah, and this is basically a better origin story than flipping Joker, to be honest, because they try to make you feel sorry for Joker until he just goes fully insane at the end and become Joker. Where Oswald, from the very beginning, I guess he always was a bad kid. I mean, flipping killed his brothers for his just to have his mum to himself. It's just, yeah, and what he does at the end of the episode, yeah. They're just basically making you know that, Penguin is not someone you're gonna root for. It's gonna be someone, you know, you just despise. That should be the point, because at the end of the day, he's a Batman villain. You shouldn't have no sympathy at all. Yeah. Yeah, they're just basically trying to do something with the mum to make her attack Oswald, and she regains consciousness. Yeah, because they basically have them both tied up, I guess. Yeah. You just, in a way, getting a flashback and kind of doing things in present day at the same time. Then you got these Gans who tried to help out Oswald thanks to Vic, which once we get to the end, oh my god, I'm gonna have to probably make a video on the ending on flipping my main channel for what happens. I'm just like so surprised. Yeah, it was surprising that you know Penguin killed his brothers, but what he does at the end of the episode in this episode, Jesus. Because look at Vic, man, he's trying so hard to help Penguin, and just how that gets paid off, which you already know if you've watched the episode. And yeah, they basically think Penguin's either dead or his operation's gone, so they decide to not bother helping. And this guy just basically beats up Vic, saying to not say anything else before they try and kill you. Yeah, and you see one of the ex-workers there. Not really to show what happened with Penguin. And she basically has Penguin tied up, and the cliche that I just always hear is that they literally could kill the main character and their loved one all at the same time, but they decide to try and break them. But every time when they try to do that, most of the time they fail, and that's basically what happens here. I mean, things definitely got close, but then we're gonna get to it anyway. So, her plan is to basically make the mum turn against Oswald, even though I'm just surprised the whole time she knew what Oswald really was. Yeah. And I guess she grew to live with it. And yeah, she's just basically trying to break Oswald. And then it gets to a point where where she's basically torturing the mum, gonna cut off her finger to make Penguin actually say that, he killed the brothers, even though she's always known. Penguin's just trying to lie, and even when his mum's finger's about to be cut off, he's still lying. And then when I guess mum finally takes off a tape, she's just like she knew the whole time. Yeah. So Oswald was basically willing to let his mum's finger get cut off just so he just can still hide that lie, even though at this point she's always known. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy how things were getting at this point. But come on, man, I just feel like she should have just killed both of them. She just made a dumb mistake, not just killing them, trying to make them kill each other instead. I mean, the plan then it ends up working, but the mum ends up passing out, I guess. She hallucinates her boys after stabbing Oswald. Because she like smashes a glass and stabs him with it. Yeah. Because look, man, I think he's getting cut off and he's still lying. So she decides to stab him. Yeah. And she just basically passes out after seeing her boys. Yeah. And he just basically breaks free after seeing that and gets the upper hand, which dumb bitch. Like, come on, Sophia, man, you should have just killed him. She messed around too much. That's why she's not for this life. And then she basically tries to use the guns that have turned against Penguin to help her, I guess. But I guess they don't really trust her after she took out her entire family. And she laid that information out to her people. So there's a chance they possibly know. Penguin, he just repairs his stab wound. Vic gets there to try to offer some help. But they still got the mom anyway. And they're gonna plan to do something with the guy who helped him turn back on the power to get the upper hand on Sophia. So there's many ways how her downfall is going right now. One, Oswald's gonna kill her, or two, she's gonna get arrested because he has like someone who can help him actually make her get arrested and blame everything that's happened on her, which what she did that's ended up affecting innocent people, like blowing up, flipping his operation, has messed up the whole city, even though it's already a mess. So yeah, she truly became worse than her family. Yeah, she truly did. And it's just good that there's no one to truly feel sorry for. Even Victor choosing a criminal who's ruthless over someone that actually cares about you is just. I feel like it was a stupid choice. He could have had a new life. But he only cared about the money. And when you only care about the money, it's going to be your downfall. But yeah, she's just trying to convince the Gans to go after Oswald. And whoever gets it first basically gets everything. And because of that kind of thing, some of them don't really want to work with her, like, I guess the Asian Gan. Yeah. Because it might be a trick. I mean, there's a chance it could have been, but with what she ends up doing at the end of the episode, we'll get to. And he ends up making a deal with that guy who helped him turn back on the power after what he tried to, do to him. Was he trying to like cut his nostrils or something before? But yeah, ends up making a deal to like blame everything on Sophia, and that'll kind of help him. And it kind of gives information about Oswald being like a target, so he needs to make himself look clean. And yeah, he just makes a deal with the guy. So it's obvious. Sophia's going down, either dead or back in jail. And I guess the Asian Gan end up going to Penguin, but Vic basically helps persuade them to like help, Oswald. So they're basically setting up a trap for Sophia, and it's just completely obvious she's going down. Like, but the last thing I guess she ends up doing is burning down her family house since she's ready to, move on. But yeah, I just found it so stupid, man. It's so obvious she wasn't made for this life. All the mistakes she made. She had Oswald multiple times. She could have killed him multiple times, but she let him live. And obviously, flipping Penguin can't die because he's the main character. But come on, trying to play with him for so many times. The amount of times you let him get away from episode 1 to like now, you've had him so many times. You just let him get away, get away, get away because you wanted to take him out in a certain way instead of just done. This is stupid. I'm sorry, but after like the second or third time, like she should have just been like 100% just focused on killing Oswald. And she could have killed the mum in the previous episode, but destroyed his operation instead, which I guess would hurt him. But with how things end up going, yeah, it didn't really matter, to be honest. And yeah, they get the upper hand, take out Sophia's men. And Oswald basically takes her for a drive so she can swim with the fishes. It would have been Gotham style if you've watched Gotham. They just have one last talk, I guess, with the different ideologies. How she's always had everything, and how you have to fight, and she's saying to some degree that she understands, but like she knows Oswald isn't gonna stay on top forever, because she might have. I mean, he might have the people on his side now, but they can always turn against him. Yeah. And the choice he ends up making at the end, which I'm gonna get to once we get to it. Yeah. And this is when I guess she's ready to accept her death. She doesn't even try to win or anything. She's just ready to die. But instead of killing her, he decides to like get arrested by the cops. Yeah. So she's back in the asylum. Nice. Framed twice, even though she actually did do what she actually is getting, framed for, even though it's not, which, she wasn't actually framed because she actually did it. That affects so many lives, killing possibly innocent people. So I got mum in hospital. He didn't even realize that his flipping mum's in a comatose state. I mean, she probably can hear what's happening, but it's like paralyzed, like she can't move. So yeah, she's basically done. Unless in the future, like she ends up waking up. But when you're in that state, I don't think there's any way out of it. Yeah. Because even though he finally achieved everything that he promised he'd get for his mum, she ends up in that state. So it's just like, no. She tried to kill him as well, which they don't even address. But at the end of the day, did all this for his mum, so I guess it's not gonna put her out of misery, because that's what she wanted in the end. But it's not like she's gonna get to enjoy it now. And he ends up getting nurse or doctor, hearing the news and seeing this, I guess, ends up breaking him to the point he ends up doing something just, in my opinion, stupid. So let's just actually get to the moment. Man, Vic was there for him. He was like ride or die. He saved Oswald several times, and what he ends up deciding to do, flipping killing Victor, which we'll just say it, yeah. He killed Victor. It was a weird choice. I don't get why he did that. I guess he didn't want to have any family ties, because at that point, Vic was viewing Oswald as his family, like his basically dad. And he ended up trusting one person because, he ends up killing him to get rid of like any true feelings and connections. But having someone that literally is ride or die for you, willing to die for you and do anything for you, I feel like that was a dumb choice to get rid of someone like that. It just made no sense. And it kind of makes a previous episode pointless, giving him backstory, and it amounts to nothing really. I mean, yes, he protects Penguin, but it's just I'm not a big fan of that choice. But at the end of the day, in a way, it works because it's showing how much he's a true villain instead of like being someone that you have sympathy for, which is something that I feel like we should get more of instead of like making us feel sorry for the villain or empathize with him. He's just a full-on villain from a kid to now. Yeah, willing to kill family members and stuff. So yeah. So of course he'd possibly kill Victor, but how royal he was, man. I'm intrigued to see what people think about this. I'm probably going to talk about this on my main channel, but yeah, I'm still surprised he killed Victor though, because he would have been his most loyal soldier. But he didn't really want family. He wanted soldiers. So, but he still keeps his mom around. So I don't get why he decided to do that. It's not like it's going to be able to fully talk with her and stuff, because the state that she's in. But yeah, just killing Vic was crazy. And he still has that girl around, but basically using it to like flipping cosplay his mum to being the closest thing to actually saying that we did it, mum. I got everything that you wanted, even though she's basically screwed. Yeah. And then at the end they kind of show like the Batman signal, which yeah, let's just get to all that stuff. Yeah. But yeah, just killing Vic, man. It's just I don't get why he did that. Like it was a dumb choice. She shouldn't have done that. And yeah, I guess she's Sophia's back in the asylum, but she gets like something from her half sister, which we'll see what they'll do with that. I guess it gives her some happiness. And Penguin's on top, took over the Falcon's business. He has a little talk with his mum while she sheds a tear. Then you got his fake mum. And then he tease Batman if I can even show it. I just don't know if I can get a shot. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was a it was a great show. Happy they made this. I'm just gonna try and mute, just gonna show it. Yeah, it was a good show. I enjoyed it. Great performance from Movell. Yeah, did a great job. And I can't wait to see if this show's gonna get renewed because it hasn't really been confirmed yet if it's gonna get renewed. But since people love this show, this is probably gonna happen. Yeah. It'd be cool to see Penguin's story at the same time while see him in the movies. And I was thinking like if I was gonna show maybe just Batman's cape or something, just watching him. But yeah, you just get the bat signal, which is cool. Yeah. So at least we know we're gonna see more from Penguin, even though if it's not like in TV form. But I'm just happy we got this. They could possibly make more TV shows of other Batman characters, and hope it's not just villains. And if it is just villains, they're basically doing something better than Sony, because Sony failed to have like flipping movies set on Spider-Man villains, so they should be taking notes from Penguin really. And if they actually end up doing like a Catwoman show and it's actually good compared to that awful movie back in the day that Halle Berry was in, yeah. Be happy I enjoyed the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the show too. An awesome series. Some flaws in some areas, but at the end of the day, it's an awesome show. So yeah, if you can leave a like, if you can subscribe. I'll see you next one. Peace.